Look what I just ordered. This trip is going to be great.
Bring enjoyment back to your game with golfknickers.com. Traditional golf knickers in bold colors and plaids, all with same-day shipping. Over 100 different socks and matching sweaters. Perfect for corporate outings, weddings, and special events.
Thanks, golfknickers.com, for making our tournament such a success.
Make your experience memorable.
Best time ever.
Call today for a free catalog.
Welcome back to Big's Golf Talk right here on Native Family Radio, iHeartRadio, Spotify, all your Amazon devices. Our website is www.bigsgolftalk.net or .com, BIGGS.net or .com. I am Big John Quick. He is the golf father, Bill Cuevas, as we wrap up hour number one and teeing it up on hole number 9, Bill the golf father Cuevas. And truly blessed and honored to have our next guest as he is heading into his new ventures. John Daly Major Ed Foundation. It's called Heart of a Lion. The mission of the John Daly and Major Ed of a Lion Foundation, Heart of a Lion Foundation, is to provide mental, physical, and wellness support to our nation's children, first responders, and Americans, veterans. And Bill the Golffather Cuevas, Major Ed Pulido has definitely been family to us since day number one when we met him and all that stuff. And this new venture, certainly expanding the help that he has provided in the past, but expanding that help to first responders and everyone else.
Yeah, now Brother Ed, Major Ed.
Brother Ed, yes.
Yes, we've been blessed to know him for many years from the beginning of the mission. And it feels like, moving on with him in his new mission and the different variations of who they're supporting, how they're supporting our veterans and first responders is amazing. It covers just about every aspect. If you look through it, and the organization is broken up into several different parts of it, from PTSD, from getting limbs and all kinds of stuff. And he'll be able to tell us more about that. But how could you not support that? He's trying to cover as many bases as he can, and we're going to help. That's all I'm going to say. We're going to help. We're going to push on our side to get as much help as we can for that organization.
Well, let's bring him in on the program here. He's been multiple times on Big's Golf Talk Radio. His first appearance here on BGT-TV. It is, ladies and gentlemen, Major Ed Pulido. Hoorah!
Hoorah!
But hey, congratulations on the show, the set. Coming in hot. It looks like you guys are in sunny either California or Florida or
anywhere that's sunny. Yeah. We're lucky that Major Ed has a face for radio. So while not a face for radio, for TV. Look at that smile.
Yeah.
So you see, everybody's going to be listening and hearing you on Saturday, but then they're going to get to see your face on Tuesday. How lucky are they? Now they get to see the smile. They don't get to see the excitement when you're on radio, but on TV, they get to see that face and smiling and that energy that they have.
Well, thank you, brother. And you know what? What is this show too for you guys?
Yes, this is the second show.
Yeah.
Yep, you're the second show.
You know what? It's a great day to be an American. It's actually here out of Oklahoma. It's snowing outside. It's beautiful, actually. We've had some weather pattern issues, but you know what? At the end of the day, we're just happy to be alive and to be fortunate to live in a great nation. I know that we just had a big election, and no matter what the outcome is, we still must go on and live our lives and have a fruitful element to who we are and what we're all about. And with your show, congratulations on
Thank you.
A job well done. And you're going to do some great things to really kind of be the mouthpiece of the cause and of the great work that you're trying to do to make a difference.
Yes, thank you. You help. You're making it easy.
Yeah.
As you know, we told you a long time ago. I was like, where you go, brother, we shall follow. And we're sticking true to our word. We believe in what you're doing. You were one of the front line people. You almost gave your life for us. You walk around. You are the symbol of what America should be and what our soldiers went through and what they can achieve in life. So I believe you should be standing up in front, doing what you're doing and what you suffered from, and people should see that. And I think once they do and they understand what it is to live it, they will appreciate it and they will give. And in the end, that's what we need. We need them to give back to our military, our first responders, the ones that are suffering from PTSD. My daughter just got promoted, I told Biggs last week, to an E8. She's only got 15 years in the Army. Thank you. You know, for 15 years to become a master sergeant, you know what I mean? What dad wouldn't be proud? You know what I mean? She's serving our country. She suffers. I mean, she has PTSD. She was deployed 5 times. She's done what she had to do. And people that don't know, they suffer. You don't need to see like you lost your leg. People, that doesn't mean anybody's suffering any less. The brain is a terrible thing sometimes. And what you're doing, you're covering all aspects with you and John Daly and every single, and we want you to tell what are the aspects that you have, what are the different programs. I mean, you have all kinds of stuff. Tell our people, the listeners, and actually people that are watching, what you got.
Well, no, that's a great segue to kind of tell you a little bit about how all this was started, because I think it's very important that I start there. But around July 1st of 2020, COVID time, you know, we were going through a lot of things in this country. And certainly I took a group of about 30, what I call foot soldiers, just friends and big supporters to John Daly's home to play in a golf event. And what we ended up doing is after we played, we cooked for them. And then we also fellowship. And then after the round was over, everyone went on their separate way, but John and I were sitting there in the kitchen and we received a text message from Chick Linsky, who's a big supporter of ours and a Folds of Honor employee. And he said that because of COVID and the restrictions and the issues going on with that, basically he was looking for new employment. And I knew that there was some other people that had happened to. And of course they had texted me as well. And I know that it's what do we call the casualties of COVID-19. I understand that. And with the fact that the funding isn't there for the recipient families, a decision had to be made, which was a very tough decision for all involved. And Chick ended up calling me and we ended up talking and John Daly and I, and after we got off the phone with Chick and said goodbye, that John said, "Hey, why don't we start something? Why don't we do something that could be very powerful to create a legacy? What's your legacy going to be?" And, I really didn't think about it. I knew that I had in the back of my mind, like, what does the end of my life, work career, basically, not life, but work career look like? And I knew that I still wanted to support our veterans, but I also wanted to support them directly. Not just doing things within the scholarship realm, because that's already been established, but what can I do to make a difference to support, veterans that are having, like you said, PTSD, running through suicide, needing the morale, welfare, and recreation, needing employment, needing their access to their healthcare benefits, needing an understanding of what information and referral and in their benefits compensation looks like. Because all of those things, I saw that they were problematic. And so in doing that, John and I sat in that kitchen, and as we were eating his famous potato casserole, really good, we were eating some more of that potato casserole that was left over. And he said, "You know what? We ought to do something with my lion." And it was interesting because we both said at the same time, "Yeah, we should do something with that lion because we have big hearts." And that's how a heart of a lion started.
I didn't know that story.
That's awesome.
Man, it was a very in sync deal in the game of golf and all of that. But the logo is the American flag around the lion, and the purple is the purple heart, and then the actual lion is the actual mission first, people always lion. And that logo is what it's all about. Heart of a lion, making sure no one gets left behind. And then we had a flavorable thing where we said, "What are we going to do?" And I said, "You know what? Mental, physical, and wellness." And then he put in, and guess what? We want to take care of the kids at St. Jude's and the Boys and Girls Club. And so that's how Heart of a Lion was started, and now we are on the verge of, we raised about $500,000 in about 4 months
Wow.
at the end of the year, and we're moving forward to make a difference. And so I got to tell you, there's a lot of great people involved, and you guys are part of our family. And I'd like to ask you guys to be our media conglomerate all around the country that just talks about who we are. Continue to support Folds of Honor and everybody else you want to too. But you're family to me, man. You've been there when we didn't have the money at the foundation. When Bill, you
Yes.
were our in.
I remember taking over 1,000 photos because they had nobody taking pictures.
Yeah.
Or
You
Ben's
know?
in Wisconsin, I think.
Yeah.
I was up there in the cold weather. He was like a
Yeah. Yeah. It'd be a, I know, I guess, Biggs, we could speak for each other. I mean, we already know our hearts are with the Heart of a Lion. We are going to support you. We would be more than happy to support you around the country. We are. I mean, we're going to have PSAs concerning all the different things. We've made some good connections. So we're hoping that our BGT family will become part of your family. We're on a good start. We have more. As we spread your mission, it grows the mission for others, and people want to help. They just don't know how. They don't know where. And like Biggs is showing Squares, and you guys are coming up soon. A little insight. We saw the head of Squares and Mr. JD together in a recent photo. So,
track together actually with the shoe.
yeah, yes.
And you guys were the ones that made that connection. So I'm going to give you guys kudos. We just took it to the finish line. Chick knew how to activate that. And so
Yes.
$10 of every shoe that's sold will benefit the Heart of a Lion. And then there's a lady, Erica, that we're working with, created a website for Gold Star mothers or widows that basically will tell you a tutorial of what you have to look forward to in that new light, but also what services are available, how to navigate through that, and certainly how to empower other widows to support and pay it forward to the other ones that come after. And I think, to me, that lady is special. So we're going to move her mission forward, and stay tuned, because this freight train's moving forward.
Yes, we're looking forward.
You're adding cars to that train, which and filling up those cars that needs another car, and then that's what I like about that. The partnerships and everything else. You talk about the logo, and I'll tell you what, I'm a huge fan of that logo. And there's another partnership that you have that's a sponsor here on Biggs Golf Talk, and that's Encore Golf, that people can actually purchase golf balls from jdme.org and get that logo on a golf ball. So kudos to Brett, Steve, and Keith for saying, you know what, we believe in you.
Yeah.
Well, that's another partnership too. And the thing is, I know about exclusives, and there are organizations that have to have exclusive. Wounded Warrior does, and Folds does, and you have to respect that. But if there's anyone out there that is listening to us that, if you've been told that there's not a way we can work with you in regards to moving an item forward, bring it on here, man. We're taking. In fact, we're getting ready to launch. And I can say this because we've spoken to him this week. Groove It, and it's going to be another product. Look it up. That thing.
We
have that. We have that.
We got it before they even hit the stands.
Yeah.
So that's another one. And I mean, like, listen,
he's a military guy.
Yes, we got to get that little kickback then. Jeez.
Yes, he's a military. We told him. I mean, he knows that was the biggest thing. And I told Biggs when we first saw, I was looking at his bio and stuff like that. He's a supporter of our military, and he's actually been part of the military, which makes it takes it to a whole new level. And I'm glad that he is going to join you guys as well. And that's what we're looking for. There's so many veteran-owned companies out there that we're looking for, and we've spoken to a few. And when they're looking for that military aspect of who they want to donate because they're doing better and well, we keep going that way. go to majorette. You know, who better than someone else that served our country as well to take that money and make sure that the right people get it, especially with so many different programs that you have on. You've aligned yourself with some amazing people, you
Oh,
know, and
And especially that amazing person. And I've always been a JD fan.
mhm,
But a lot of people don't realize the heart that one John Daly has, and the givenness, that how much he gives back, to Boy Scouts, Boy Scouts of America,
mhm.
and charity and everything else. That's why when I thought of Heart of a Lion, yes, I knew of Major Ed's Purple Heart,
Yeah,
but I thought too, talking about a lion, you talk about John Daly and the heart he has for America and the heart he has for our military. Am I right by saying that, Major Ed?
boy, that's a great segue to talk about. I mean, he's a champion. You know what? He's actually, when you win a major in the P on the PGA Tour, that's a big deal. And he, has he won a lot since all of that? Yeah, he's won tournaments, the Insperity and others, to say the least. But the thing that is inspirational is when he goes out and he
yes,
participates, he has a lot of people that have a following. And the thing about it is that, like a father, like I am, my daughter's at the University of Oklahoma. Bill, you talked about your
mhm,
daughter. The most important thing is, what do we do to set our kids up for success?
yes,
And my time's been limited here at home because of my travels, but that's changed somewhat now. But my 20, 19, 20-year old is down there at the University of Oklahoma. He's got a birthday coming up in June, and my little one's in private school. And the thing about it is, all I want them to do is succeed in life. I think that's,
yes,
my wife Karen and I would want for our children. And I think for us, that's exactly what is happening with John, with little John. And he's going to University of Arkansas on a full ride scholarship to play golf and follow in his dad's footsteps. He's actually got some great game. And I don't
yeah,
know if you guys know, but he also has somewhat of a speech issue. And all of us have our own disabilities. And
yeah,
think that what I've learned from him and seen from him is that the young man has grown into a good golfer, and he also has seen his dad excel. And John's taken a lot of different hits sometimes from people, and I just think that what I've seen from John is, you're right. He's got a big heart. He understands that it's about taking care of other people. Him and Anna have things going on auto drive right now with the many events that he's attending, playing in Hawaii and playing in all the Champions Tours events. He's got a great following. And then all of a sudden now Squares is involved. And we've got some other sponsors that are going to be coming on board. And you know what? I never thought that I'd end up in this position because, I sometimes you just are just set in your ways. And
yeah,
for the longest, I was set in my ways of folds of honor. But at the end of the day, I needed to find a legacy. I needed to put my name on something. And we talked before this about some of that,
mhm,
but it's for me, it's about, what do I leave when I leave this earth? What do you leave on this earth? And you
Right.
leave a legacy of doing something purposeful for others. And I think that's the reason that we're all on this call, and we're on your show, is to talk about real life and real people.
Well,
amen.
that that leads to this, and how can people donate? How can people follow you? How can people participate in events? Most of all, how can people get the help they need?
Well, they can go to jdme.org and give generously, of course. We've got different raffles that we've got going on. We've got a truck right now with Bobby D'Angelo. I know you guys know them from down
Yeah,
there in Baton Rouge. He's involved with us. He donated a truck. He just felt like what we're doing is momentous, and also game changing. And let me give you an example of what that looks like. I mean, for us to get a prosthetic leg to an individual that had been denied the prosthetic technology that I have, we were able to uh, get a donation for one of the legs that I had previously, and we ended up donating it to a wounded warrior that didn't have that technology, because he didn't have the type of level of benefits package that someone like me would have. And, you know, we're seeing that all across the country, or when you take care of the Boys and Girls Club and you give them some funding. And by the way, I would love to invite you guys to John's event in Arkansas, which will be right before Father's Day weekend. And, you know, to have all of those celebrities come about, raise about $300,000 to $400,000 for the Boys and Girls Club to meet their budget requirements, but then to see the kids, you know, going to school, being able to get backpacks, being able to go to an after-school program and learn the game of golf, or just play basketball as kids.
Oh yeah.
During these trying times, COVID, our kids are hurting, and
Oh yeah.
job and our duty and our responsibility to make sure that they're fed, they're taken care of, and that they're in school. And I will tell you that with this pandemic, whether right or wrong, there's a lot of mistakes been made on both sides of the political spectrum, and our kids are the ones that have been the ones that have hurt. And for school not to be in session through the times, you know, and be in school 5 days a week, and not getting the nutrition that these kids need. I hope that all of us really think deep about, and this isn't a political statement, it's more about the politics of the day may be great, but the impact that these politicians and people make could be greater when we hurt one another. And I think, to me,
Yeah.
we have to be a better nation, just like we all three can collaborate, partner. I can continue to partner and do things for the Folds if I want to, but at the end of the day, we must really dig deep and say it's not about us; it's about we all the people, and evilness will be rooted out. And when you say to somebody, "Oh no, we're gonna keep you indoors and keep you in a bad place," and your mental health is going to falter, and these kids are going to have issues after this pandemic is whether it's over or not, I'm not sure. But my thing is, I'm only bringing this up because that's what the Heart of a Lion is all about: giving hope, opportunity, and the love to cherish all of our strengths and not just concentrate on our weaknesses.
Well, brother, we need to move on, man. We could go on and go on. I tell you,
We're
every
gonna
time
have you on again.
yeah, every time we have you on, we could just talk and talk and talk.
Yeah.
And congratulations on the John Daly Major Ed Foundation, Heart of a Lion. You certainly have our support. We'll be doing some live shows from some of your events. We already talked about that and everything else. So we're looking forward to that. Thank you so much, Major Ed Pulido.
Okay, thank you guys. And you know what? As I always say, God bless the United States of America. God bless Big Talk Radio with Cuevas in the house, the Godfather. Hoorah!
Hoorah! You know, Bill the Godfather Cuevas, when you talk about support and you talk about somebody that does what he could do for America and American families, no matter if it's the children or the adults, you know,
Everyone.
of our servicemen, our veterans, everything else, you have to talk about and you have to bring up the name Major Ed Pulido.
Always, brother. He's always close to our minds and our heart. I'm glad what he's doing, man. He's been a blessing to this country. I just want to keep supporting him. If you once you listen to him speak and listen to his story, man, if you can't fall in love with him, you're never gonna love anybody, man. And that's just a simple fact.
All right, we're gonna head into our next break, and coming up, hour number 2, right here on BGT-TV and Biggs Golf Talk Radio. We'll be right back right after this.